Hello, welcome to PA 460 as part of the Global Campus Criminal Justice Curriculum. Glad that you are signed up for this course, and it is spring, and we are the second block session here, and we will be going rather quickly once the courses start in the next week or so. One thing you will find is that every week I put a video at the beginning of the module, usually in the overview section, that will give you an overview what's done for the week. The difference is this week I'll also go over the syllabus as well. Just want to make sure everyone is informed on what is expected from them. So, as you will see when you hit home, you will come to this page or something similar. This, of course, is the instructor screen, but it's going to look fairly similar. We'll hit syllabus here. And all of you have access to the syllabus. And the course begins March 16th and goes through May 11th. And it's very quick for those of you who are just starting this program, or I think many of you have already had some courses. So you will notice that the weeks go by very quickly. And because they're shorter weeks, it's important to stay ahead of the assignments and the reading. So public policy, public administration and public policy is very important, of course, not only for criminal justice, but for many, many other different things. My name is Dr. David Kanan, and I have been teaching this course for several years. I teach it in person as well as through Global Campus. And you can look through the course learning objectives. They're fairly standard and what you would expect for a public policy course. The course materials are in the syllabus as well as in the Canvas modules, and you have a chance to use immediate access, where you will have access immediately to the text, or I provided some other links to purchase the text. Immediate access, if you do not opt out, will charge you. So just be aware of that. The prices are about the same, so probably immediate access is fine. I like to keep the course very simple. There's 100 points total for the course. And so if you miss a point here or there, you can realize that it's going down 1 percentage point, so that it's easy to realize the assignments and context of the course itself. It's very simple. Those are the grades. That's the points. You have to earn those grades. Don't ask me, can I get this grade or that grade? It's going to be here. And I give you lots of chances to do well in the course. We break down the material into several different categories. We have discussions, that there's 8 total, 1 every week. And I will show you that in a second. And those are worth 3 points each. We have reading quizzes. These are for 2 chapters each, and they're 3 points each. And you have those for all 12 chapters you'll be reviewing, so 6 total reading quizzes. You have module exercises. This is in the first half of the short semester. And these are very important to pay attention to. I give you documents and sheets to use for these. So you'll be able to save a document that has the list of the terms that you need to understand. And then these online exercises will be using the terms and applying it to some sort of hypothetical real world scenario. What's the most appropriate? It's important, especially with those 3 exercises, that you understand that material to move on to the second half of the course. We have 2 exams. The exams are going to be similar in that they're around 50 questions equivalent. If there's matching, obviously that's going to be worth more than 1 question. And then you're going to have 2 short essay answers applying the material at the end of each exam. And the 2 short essay questions actually account for 25% of the exam grade. And so they're graded a little more not harshly, but a little more rigorously. So I want to make sure that you know the material and you can express your understanding of the material. And At the second part, excuse me, of the class, we have group project worksheets, and there's going to be 3. And these you can work in a group, so you can choose to work with up to 2 other of your classmates. And I'll go over this a lot more later in this short semester. Or you can be your own group. So you can go alone and be a group of 1. That's fine. You can read all of this wonderful stuff here. And then I'll go to the course schedule. So we go week by week. I know that the class actually starts on a Thursday, but I've scheduled the courses starting essentially Sunday through Saturday for each week. So module 1, you'll see a pattern here developing. You have a part 1, which is 1 chapter of the book. There's videos and material to look at, and I'm going to go over module 1 in a second. There's part 2, that's a different chapter, and then you'll have videos and other material to go over. And then you have a discussion. Usually the discussions are watching a TED Talk or PBS video, and you will answer a short essay question, and then you will respond to another student's post. Now, you're not going to see any posts until you post yours. So, but it's important. A lot of times students forget to also comment on a student's post, and they lose those points. We have an exercise, online exercise the first week, the market failures exercise, and I'll go over that when I go over module 1 in just a second. And then you have your reading quiz for chapters 1 and 2. This is going to be the same format for the first 3 weeks. So now you have part 1, part 2, you have discussion 2, you have exercise 2, and reading quiz 2, and then you see this repeats for that. When we get to module 4, you will see that's when you have your exam study guide, which you can download and review, and you'll have a discussion where you're choosing a topic, and sharing an experience, either yours or someone else's. And this is so that you can share with other students something that you're interested in, as far as what could be the topic of your group worksheet, your policy project, which is the second half of the semester. The exam, as I said, it's equivalent to 50 questions, and then you have the 2 essay questions, and then it repeats. So the second half, you have similar setup. The difference being you have a group project worksheet that's going to be due each week. And I give you examples of that. I give you a template to use, and it's fairly easy if you pay attention and listen to the videos and stuff that I put in there about how, what makes a good worksheet and what doesn't work, or what's missing. So if you pay attention there, you should do fine. And then we just repeat until the final week, and we have the exam. Your group project would be due the final worksheet. There's 3 the week before the last week, and then you have your exam, and then your final discussion is you're commenting on your project and someone else's. So let's go back to module 1. And you will see every week I have a module 1 or module overview. This is very important. And so this is going to break down what's expected of you for the week. And this would be the video that I'm making now. This is for last semester. So I will be replacing this with the new video. I will put it here. And it will go over what's expected of you for the week. So again, you have review part 1. And so that's chapter 1. There's videos and other content within the module, which I'll show you in a second. Review part 2, that's chapter 2. And then you have other content in the module, which I'll show you. And you have your first discussion, which is a TED Talk. And it's We the People and the Republic We Must Reclaim by Lawrence Lessig. It's pretty interesting. And you're going to post your answer to that prior to 11:45 or midnight Thursday, March 23rd, for up to 2 points. Once you post, you will then have to reply to another classmate's post prior to Saturday, roughly midnight. You will also have the exercise 1 market failures, and this is very important that you download the market failures document first within this module, and I'll show you where it is, and have that with you when you do the market failures exercise, because it's not a matter of seeing if you can memorize and regurgitate. This is a matter of you have the market failures list, and how are you able to apply that knowledge to certain scenarios. And finally, and that's due by Saturday, and then Saturday night. And then finally, you have the reading quiz for chapters 1 and 2, and that would be due also by Saturday night. I would recommend probably trying to complete your reading quiz earlier in the week, after you've read the 2 chapters and reviewed both of the module portions, part 1 and part 2, and then getting into the discussion, which you can do anytime. You could do it all on Sunday, whatever works with your schedule. But don't leave everything to Saturday, because that might be a little too much. So you read the text, and then I have a summary of the text that I put here. Again, you make sure you read the syllabus, please. And you will have other material that summarizes the text, but also adds additional material. So make sure you read both. They're not going to be the same type of material for both. So you'll have very short videos to watch. We have basic concepts, definitions, the graphs. Some of these are from the text itself. Read through, watch all of these videos. It's important because it gives you context on the material and helps you to remember it. The first week you have market failures. These are the concepts that I want you to know. It's important to use whatever list I give you for terms from the module. So here we have, where the cursor is right there, you can download the market failures document. Keep that, print it out, or have it, we're handy when you're taking the online quiz, but review it first. Oops, get back there. And use what I give you. So if you're looking at the text, you're going to see a bit different categories and definitions. This is kind of a summary of many different texts, and it's a bit more comprehensive than what's in the text. So just use what I give you here. When in doubt, go here and use the form that I've given you as far as what is expected of you for the definition for the term. So we go to part 2, and that's chapter 2. Same thing. You've read the chapter 2 in the text. You're coming here, you're skimming through what I've put here. You're watching the videos, which are a great complement to what's in the text. We have some of the graphs from the text I've put in here as well, just to make it easier. So this is kind of more of a summary page. And I've added a lot of other things in here that are not in the text and the videos. And you complete that. And then you have your first discussion. And this is Lawrence Lessig, "We the People of the Republic we must reclaim." So you watch the video here. And then the short essay question for this week is, what are the conflicting dependencies described in the TED Talk, and how might this conflict lead to the corruption of representative democracy? So use examples from the presentation, looking for 12 to 15 sentences maximum, and get to the point, but make sure you are answering all the question elements. A great way to do well is use examples from the presentation. So this is due prior to Thursday. If you're using chat software to create AI answers, it's pretty easy to tell that you've done that. Please don't do that. These are short answers that summarize that you understand the material. Then once you've posted, you read through fellow students' posts, make a comment. Of course, always be respectful, and you can compare and contrast what they are saying, but half the length, 6 to 8 sentences max. And then here's exercise 1, market failures. Just do the Saturday. And the reading quiz, do the Saturday. And then week 1 is down and you're on to module 2. So if you have any questions, you can always email me and I will try to do my best to answer. Most all of the answers are within the modules or in the syllabus. There's a lot of redundancy between the syllabus and the modules and all of these things. And I do that on purpose in the videos so that, I reach everyone and everyone has a pretty good idea of what is expected. So excited to have you this semester. Look forward to reading your discussion posts. And if you have any questions, please let me know and I will get back to you very soon, usually within a day.